The suppression of the use of marijuana and of the forces lurking behind it are the most important jobs this department is now engaged in. In 1930, the records on marijuana in the Washington office of the Narcotics Division scarcely filled a small folder like this. Today, they fill cabinets.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Coloradians and everyone that's smart enough to listen from the outside.
It's one of the most amazing plants we've ever discovered.
The pot party, the trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
Wheaties! I got Wheatie pots!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Holiday Week of Stoned Appetit. Yep, you heard that right. We're working hard on the front end so that we can enjoy ourselves on the back end. As always, I'm your host, Kip. To my left, I got CB. How you doing?
I'm doing great. That was a good intro.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm actually sometimes the holiday weeks don't come with big guests, but I think this week's going to be a surprise to everybody.
Well, I think there was a study that came out that 83% of Americans are traveling, some this or that during the summer. 42% of those people say they're taking 2 vacations. And this is the largest vacation weekend of the summer. So we had to bring our A game because we know that we're going to be serenading folks' ear holes. That's right. We're doing draft week right here today. And on tomorrow, we'll record and drop it Thursday morning. Maybe we drop it Wednesday morning, depending if Eve wants to work double time. We have Top Chef participant, Denver resident, and soon-to-be married man, Chef Manny Berea, from this recent season of Top Chef, coming on the pod and in the studio. It's going to be awesome.
Him coming to the studio is going to be great.
Dude, he's a fucking hoot and a holler. And obviously, you've seen it on television. And if you ever had the luxury of tasting any of his restaurants here in Denver, you know that he's a fucking quality chef. So we'll be dicking around talking about that. Maybe we can get him to make that pumpkin hummus. Oh my God, it's so good. From the back in the, what was it, the Bayota days? Maybe it was the Acorn days. But either way, he fucking slays. And we're excited to have him on the pod. Speaking of having folks on the pod, let's check in with Queen Eve. Eve, how are you?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hey,
what'd you get into this weekend?
Not much, but I did watch Top Chef. I just remembered. So
Did you binge it?
Yeah.
Yay!
Nice.
So now
Are you saying that so you didn't have to read?
No.
Thoughts what was your? Who was one of your favorite participants?
I mean, I did really like Savannah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I really did like all 3 at the end, so I really wasn't upset who won. But I like Savannah.
That's fair. I feel like she really came into her own throughout the season. You kind of saw her find confidence and then kind of get even more creative with her cooking as it kind of progressed throughout the season. I thought she was definitely a worthy finalist, and I'm sure she's destined for great things. You said she's in North Carolina? Is that right? Yeah. Well, we'll pick Manny's brain too, see who his favorites were, maybe who those he did not love working with, get all the nitty gritty about our boy Dan and beyond. But before we dive into today's episode, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. If y'all don't know, you have no excuse because now you know. Pine Melon is giving away $75 in free groceries to anybody that's grilling and chilling for the holidays on Thursday. That's right. You can use promo code HAPPY4TH when you fire in your delivery grocery order from the 200 plus Colorado purveyors as well as national brands so they can take care of your pineapples for those that like it on your pizza. All you have to use is promo code HAPPY4TH, F-O-U-R-T-H, all one word. Don't make me think twice about it because I almost misspelled it there. But if you don't know, Pine Melon, we love working with them. They have choice cuts of meat, local produce, as we highlight on a weekly basis, and they're just good people. They do a lot of great stuff in the community, fundraising, as well as pop-ups. We love Pine Melon, and we're certain you will too, so give them a shout.
Quick question.
Go for it.
Say I've already ordered from Pine Melon before. Can I use this code and get it?
No, you can't. But if you check your emails, you'll see that they actually send you follow-up promo codes, Chris. So this is for first-time users only. And I'm sorry I set you up like that, but that was actually pretty fucking funny. But you always get great deals from them. They actually have cheaper produce than like your local Whole Foods or Sprouts, and it literally sometimes comes off the truck the same day it's on your doorstep. So quite literally freshest fucking produce you can find, and you're supporting Colorado local farms when you're doing it. So check out Pine Melon. And as we record this, it's 7/1, which means it's a new fiscal year, Chris. For those that don't play by the calendar books, we get it. And you know who else gets it? Our friends over at Seed Money Consulting. Seed Money is quite literally the best partner we've had on this podcast. They handle not only tax season, but they can handle your financial services throughout the year. They're based right here in Denver. They work with brands across the cannabis, the hospitality. Hell, they even work with other content creators in the space as well. Don't leave money on the table throughout the year. Don't get surprised come February when you get your 1099s and paperwork for tax season. Make sure you have your ducks in a row. Reach out to Sam Shahib and the fam over at Seed Money Consulting, based right here in the Greenwood Village area of Denver, and make sure that your ducks in a row. Make sure your finances are sound and you're solvent. Make sure everything goes smoothly for you throughout the year. Unlike that ad read, just go to Seed Money Consulting on Google. If you don't know how to do it, just press the light above your head and Chris will come back there with a tack hammer. We love our sponsors and we wouldn't be able to sit in this studio if it wasn't for them. I'm sitting fat and sassy over here after trying to make my own pizzas from Pine Melon last night, but I'm going to try some new fun ingredients for the 4th this weekend, and that's a large in part to our friends over at Pine Melon and Seed Money Consulting. All right, so today's episode, we're talking about weekend recap, a couple new things that opened up around the area. We were the test dummies for a new concept coming out of a sushi restaurant here in Denver, and we'll get a quick book report from Eve, and then we're diving into road trip draft, which means snacks, drinks, and sweets. We've done it with Buc-ee's, but that was Buc-ee's specific, and we saw a lot of things that were you would only get from those kinds of, convenience stores. We're talking just plain Jane Sinclair, 7-Elevens. Before you hit the road, the staples you need in your middle console. And then y'all can vote on July 4th morning as to who y'all think won the draft. Let's dive right into it. Chris, how was your weekend? What'd you do? You want to start with how much fun you had on Sake Friday?
Okay. Let's hold the phone here. I did have fun.
Did you get loaded?
Oh, yeah. He was buckled.
Okay, but
he got
hold on.
buckled.
I was not the only one that got loaded. And
True.
Just PSA.
Two wrongs don't make a right, but okay.
They do, actually, when Kip and I are together.
That's true.
But just FYI, we started the night off with these little sake juice boxes. And you would think they were like high C, but no, they pack like 13.2%. And so that's just a loaded gun.
Did you not look at the box? You just went for it?
No, I did look at the box.
Okay.
I knew. I was aware.
Friends at High Road Spirits, and y'all may have seen us post and tag Lily in the picture. We also partied with her in Aspen. She works with a lot of restaurants like Kelly Whitaker's group here in town. Uchi has a lot of her products, as well as the folks over at Tamaki Den, who they partnered on this in-house catering of sushi, sake, and a little bit of fine Japanese whiskey. And yeah, Chris started out guns blazing.
But I will say I enjoyed every course. And they knocked it out of the park. Like everything was on point from like the beginning, like the little was that almost like cabbage salad type? Yeah, that was really good. But I mean, that black snapper.
I mean, I love the crab sticks and the Wagyu topped with caviar. And the cool thing was that our friend who was turning 40 that we were doing this birthday party for, and it can get up there in cost, but you can also kind of mitigate those numbers. It was cheaper than when we have chefs come into one of our events. So the price for the chefs was $750 plus the products and things of that nature. And then if you want to tip, obviously you can.
Right. But a great way to like have, an intimate birthday celebration with your close friends. And it was awesome.
It's damn near impossible to find a 20 top anywhere in this city. Even as we started planning this with our crew, 6 weeks ago or whatnot, I thought they fucking killed it.
Yeah.
They absolutely killed it. And I just can't thank everybody enough. Like it starts with Lily, but realistically, it goes all the way down the line. Steven over there, as well as Allie, the two chefs that were working tirelessly, like slaying it. It was a a bang up job. It was a lot of fun. And just if you wanted to know more about it, you can give them a shout over at the restaurant or DM us on social media, and we'll give you the business contact for you to contact them directly. But it's a really neat experience, and if you like sushi as much as we did, and we had so many people that wanted to be a part of the festivities, it made sense both financially and everything else. Like, the juice is worth the squeeze. And Chris snuck in a little dessert from Tavernetta, and I think we'd be remiss if we didn't give a shout out to the fam over there. Great call, ordering that.
Shout out to that team. Like I was
so goddamn good.
I wasn't sure if they would be able to accommodate that, but I just sent them an email and they were like, "Yeah, we can have it ready for you on Friday."
What'd you order?
Tiramisu.
Just 2 tins of tiramisu.
Nice.
And at the end of it, everybody was pretty buzzed up and had eaten to their heart's content. So it was like almost like people just grabbing a spoon late night and just grabbing like a bite at a time rather than being proper. And it was awesome and delicious.
My only regret is that I didn't get a little to-go tiramisu to take home with me.
I don't know if you could have asked that sentence in like full words. You would have been like, "No, tiramisu to go." Oh, he had a big time.
I was not that drunk.
That's not how Kip is portraying it.
I got us to Uber home just to make sure we got home safely. I was like, "I'll get us home." I wasn't as bad, but I was pretty jazzed up too. We had a big time.
Was Steph there or no?
Yes.
Yeah, all the way.
But see, she wasn't sitting beside me, so she couldn't like give me a poke. You know,
she probably was shooting daggers out of her eyes at you across the table, but you were just
daggers.
like, yeah,
blinders.
No, I'll tell you where things went off the rails was when
you started sampling the whiskeys.
Yeah, that was it. The sake was enough, and then some of that high class whiskey. Those were big pours.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, I was having a big time myself. I was told a few times, they're like, "Man, you are having some fun down here in the corner pocket." And it's like, like you said, when the cat's away, the mice will play. It was a lot of fun. And so shout out again to Steven, Allie, Lily, the team from Tamaki Den, the fam from High Road Spirits. I mean, all in all, it was a bang up job. And that's how you should celebrate a birthday party. But yeah, we started off on a solid foot. So I came to get my car on Saturday from Chris's house. And ended up leaving it Saturday night, too.
Yeah, so let's not throw stones at me. A simple car pickup turns into a 2-day stay.
The Edgewater, like Chris alluded to last week, 25th Avenue had been under construction because they were expanding the sidewalks, creating a safer bike lane and a one-way avenue, coming in from Joyride and working your way up towards, like, Edgewater Pub or whatever it is at the far end, closer to the beer garden that Chris and I dearly love. Well, it turns out it is stunning down there now. There's like room for tables so like everybody can accommodate like street eats, and there was vendors popping up, and there was alcohol being served out in the street, just having a blast. And we ran into our friend Michelle, who's done bartending for some of our events, if you may remember her. And she had this little bicycle that was a blender. And so you put your drink with the ice and then you pedal it to blend your own beverage. Very, green, in this day and age with Category 4 tropical storms already hitting the Atlantic, we're trying to do our part. So yeah, we got drunk. Pretty drunk.
How many miles did you get in?
0. I sat.
watched.
I sat on the sidewalk chairs where they just served you drinks. It was pretty nice.
Oh, it was like a static bike.
But
yeah.
So I mean, they redid like the whole sidewalks, and so every kind of a restaurant or bar establishment now has like tables outside, which is great, and it looks really nice. And then our old spot, Local 46, was opening their backyard and their kind of new bar area where they have like a music stage.
It's almost like an homage to the original Local 46 that was on Tennyson. It looks gorgeous. $5 electric lemonades. I don't know if they were just doing that to curry favor with us because we looked really handsome. That's got to be it. But oh my God, that was a vibe. It took me back to 6 years ago of just gallivanting and goofing off in their bar, and the patio looks gorgeous.
Yeah, and I think
it has the misters.
Yeah, and I think they're going to be doing I think they have musical acts there damn near 4 to 5 days a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's becoming a more and more fun vibe. You have that, Joyride, Providence Tavern, the Electric Cure. You've got 4 or 5 restaurants there that are now like a place to go catch a fade. Like Joyride's a little cash, more beer, but Providence isn't scared to get you lit, you know. And now that Local 46 has got the accommodations to sit 60, you know, like it's going to be a vibe this summer.
And you can get a schooner, which is their 20-ounce beer. It's a great choice.
It's like the...
it's like a goblet.
A fishbowl. But at the same time, we had a big time. And then Sunday, we did some cooking, thanks to our friends over at Pine Melon. With that 4th deal, you can't beat it with a stick.
Ooh, you know what I did after you left your car again Saturday? I didn't feel like cooking, so...
You couldn't drive, could you?
No. So I called our good friends at Bird Call and got Bird Call delivered. And I got that the one of the month, the Asian. The
Korean kimchi barbecue sandwich.
Yeah.
In a delish.
It fucking slapped. And we got like a little side of slaw. And then, you know, then I got their Nashville hot as well.
Good call.
Got that, and then we got a Caesar salad just for
that healthy
shits
stuff.
And gigs. Yeah.
You need those greens. I get it completely. Saturday, I just cooked and chilled. I drank a bottle of wine, knocked out watched some sports, and called it a day. It was, we had a big weekend, Eve. We had a big weekend. What'd you get into?
Well, I watched some Top Chef, as we discussed.
Proud of you. Did you read a book?
Yeah.
What's the book called?
Like a full book?
I did, yes.
Cover to cover.
Yep. You watched a whole season of Top Chef and read a whole book?
Well, Top Chef, I think I started like Thursday.
Were you reading while you were watching Top Chef?
No.
Okay, so you were fully engaged.
Yeah, she doesn't do that. If I had to guess, she's I watch, I read, I read. I'm over here like looking at like Twitter and following Parasite to the best of my ability, and it's not great. I miss a little of the plot holes.
You watch Parasite?
No, fuck no. I'm just saying I've tried twice.
That's how it would go.
Yeah.
Damn, Kip.
What book did you read?
I read California Golden by Melanie Benjamin. It's very good. Go read it if you want.
Just give us a synopsis.
Yeah, for those that are like, I'm on the fence. What's this about? I have a library card.
It's about a mom who's a surfer in like the 50s, has 2 girls. They become surfers, and just like their relationship and how that all works out. Because for her, it was very hard to be a surfer in the 50s, and she had to give up a lot. And then her kids grow up, and it's just like it's a contemporary. Just follows them in their lives.
I think I've seen this movie. Is it Blue Crush?
You're thinking that's Becky Hamilton, who lost her arm to a shark as a surfer. But yes, that's exactly it. So wait, is it a true story like Lords of Dogtown?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's a good summer read though. Very California beach.
Where do you find your book recommendations?
Oprah.
I kind of just pick what looks good or BookTube.
Okay. BookTube. What's
you
that
like
about?
series?
It's like PornTube for.
It's just people review books on there, so I watch that like a nerd.
Oh, I've never heard of BookTube.
Yeah, it's
Chris,
a whole segment of
demo.
of YouTube. Yeah, you're not the. Well, you could be.
I read.
Yeah, exactly. And then some people purely review like just nonfiction or just romance or a mix or just horror. Like you can find your person, I'm sure.
It sounds like Vivino, where you can kind of follow recommendations of people that give solid recs to wines. I like it. Okay, California
Golden
by
Melanie Benjamin.
Okay.
Big print, a lot of pages, or
yeah. Are there any pictures? Can
I didn't see any pictures.
Can you color in it?
You shouldn't. It's not a coloring book.
Do you have like bookmarks, or do you dog ear the pages?
Usually I read on my Kindle, but if I do read a hard book, I bookmark. I don't like dog earing.
That's what we should get Eve for Christmas. Maybe a Stoned Appetite custom bookmark.
We've got to do a little bit better than that. She puts up with a lot of shit on this
and books.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
I'll accept it if it's handmade by the both of you. I think that'd be really funny.
Construction paper.
And you're like your handwritten Stoned Appetite.
We're gonna start bringing her like the Thanksgiving like.
Hey, put down that book and smoke a joint.
Yeah.
Just make it a joint. Sure. I like it. And it's like smoke coming off as the ribbon. I'm about this new segment. I love it.
Yeah, and if people read it and want to chime in, let us know what you thought.
But if you're like, oh, I got to kill some time, should I listen to this stupid fucking podcast or read a book? Listen to this stupid fucking podcast. And then read the book that Eve recommends.
To cancel out the pod you just listened to.
Yeah, for all the brain, you lose a few brain cells listening, and you can pick them back up by trying to enunciate words that we don't know. Today's draft is presented by our friends over at This one feels like a 7-Eleven ad read. We'd have to give them an ode because today's draft is road trip snacks. I want everyone to grab a Die of Destiny. It's going to be a 4 draft pick. Because we did the intro, we don't want to make this episode go too long and make Eve have to work too hard. So we're going to go 1 drink, 1 chip, 1 sweet snack, and 1 candy, and then 1 any snack. Is that correct, Eve? I said that fucked up.
Yeah.
Drink, chip, candy, snack. All right, let's roll the Die of Destiny. Highest goes first. God damn it. Eve, you're picking the order. She has a 6, I have a 5, Chris has a 3. What's our order?
I'll go me, Chris, Kip.
Shit. Okay, so Eve is coming out the gates hot, which means she has to be thinking that, there's a 1-1 that is perennially higher than everything else. I hope to God it's not my candy. Fingers crossed.
Oh, I can start. I don't have to start with a drink, right?
No, you can start with anything you want.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do. Can I just do 1 or 2?
You
I do
1. Chris does 1. I get the 2fer.
I'm gonna do for candy Sour Patch Kids.
God damn it! The originals with the blues?
Yeah.
Damn it. Smite thee. All right. I mean, that's an easy 1-1. I think that is the bag it comes in. I feel like you get a good, and as long as you don't get the small guy, like the wallet size. Like if you get the big one that's now $3.99 but used to be $1.99, that's a great call. I'm with you wholeheartedly. That's totally fine. Congratulations on that.
Okay.
Jerk. I'm pissed.
All right, I'm going to go with snack first. Yeah, you got to go beef jerky.
That was on my short list. I mean,
in terms of snacks, it has to be a beef jerky.
And if you're in, like, she just got back from Yosemite or whatever she was, Yellowstone. She's wearing a Yosemite hat. But, like, when you're in those, like, one-off gas stations or, like, you're stopping for gas in the middle of nowhere and they have, like, just a dude's name / beef jerky or elk jerky, you're like, fuck, this is going to hit harder.
Yeah, the packaging is not that great, but
And you don't want the hungry man bullshit anymore. Like you see those one rogue companies, God, that was good. And as a kid, the beef jerky chew that you could like plug like a dip, God damn it.
Along with candy cigarettes.
Yeah. I mean, I was destined to be addicted to everything. I mean, let's call a spade here. All right, so it's my turn. And I feel like y'all clipped my wings here. So I'm going to go with drink first. And I'm going to go with the Arizona green tea. The 99-cent, the big honker. It usually lasts. The only drawback is that you can't close it, but it can be a spitter for those that are, dip enthusiasts or things of that nature after you slug that puppy, and it doesn't break the bank like some other drinks. I feel like it's great, and it can still fit in a cup holder. It's quite clutch.
And it's always going to be 99 cents.
Yeah, it's as reliable as the Costco hot dog or the Supreme Court stripping people of rights. It's wild. It's like clockwork. It's old reliable. And then I have 2 picks because Eve put me in the cellar here. And so I'm going to go with Nerds Gummy Clusters as my candy because Eve stole my 1-1, and this is my second favorite candy right now. So I'm going Nerds Gummy Clusters as my candy. Chris, it's going to go back to you.
Okay, I'm going to go with candy. And I'm going to go with Haribo gummy bears.
Nice.
Because those are good ones. Like, they usually come in big packages, and everybody in the car shares those.
They really are solid. And the one thing is, though, if you leave them in the car when you, like, do a mid-stop, you're going to come back to 1 gummy bear. And it's going to taste eerily similar to a dialed in without the good stuff, But at the same time, that's a great candy. You can't go wrong. And I still giggle about those. Have you seen those reviews on Amazon of the sugar-free Haribo gummy bears?
That make you shit? Or,
I
didn't know they're the sugar-free ones.
Okay, so
were they the sugar-free?
I think they're the sugar-free.
I don't know.
Y'all listen to this.
It's like a 20-pound bag.
Google Amazon reviews Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. And even if it comes up as like a blog post, it's going to have screenshots of hundreds of reviews of people who are like, don't bother with X-Lax, just use these gummy bears. Like, I couldn't get 30 minutes down the road before I started shitting my brains out. Like the comments about, I guess these things were just made with like laxatives in the early days. It's hysterical. Whenever they pivoted to sugar-free, whatever they substituted in there just made people shit their brains out. And people were like, I gave it to my wife, and it's the funniest fucking reviews ever. So if you're on a plane listening to this and you have Wi-Fi, Google that. That's a good one. Chris, good call.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe the peach rings. Those are good.
Yeah, the trolley ones are much better than the knockoffs, I think. But when those get a little hard, like a little exposed to the air, and they toughen up a little bit, man, they really hit the fucking spot.
I'm gonna do chips.
Okay. And
I'm gonna say brand. I think we should have to say brand of chip, not just flavor.
I think it has to be comboed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't just say barbecue chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be specific.
Yeah. Which I was gonna say Lay's barbecue chips.
That was on my short list too.
But those can create like a cleaning situation.
Yeah, the picking of the teeth for those that maybe.
And you get crumbs in the car, and
I mean, any chip can do that.
That is true.
I don't know, but those Lay's barbecue potato chips, because they're so thin,
I like them thin.
And they're versatile in that you can add the stuff at the bottom to your sandwich that you may have gotten from the Subway / Blimpie that is connected to the gas stations growing up. You remember those?
Yeah.
God, those dual fitters.
Blimpies was awful.
Yeah, but I mean, Chris, we didn't have a lot of fucking options. If your family didn't stop at Ward's, you could get them in on a Subway $5 footlong. And Eve, all right, you have two picks. That's a good call. You're going old reliables here, and you're playing to the hearts of many.
For drink, I'm gonna do a classic Coca-Cola.
Fair.
Are we talking like canned Coca-Cola, or are we going to the fountain?
Or are we going to the bottle that's plastic that is infinitely worse than the other Coca-Colas? But out here in Colorado, where none of us grew up, the Mexican Coca-Cola is 10 times better. Well, the fountain's great.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to think of a gas station. Usually it's...
The fountain's another cool.
But sometimes they don't have even a fountain at some of those gas stations. It's all... Yeah. So in my head, I was thinking the plastic bottle, just because that's... Okay.
I had one of those yesterday to shake the 2-day hangover. It was awesome. I got it at the year 7-Eleven.
Nice.
Yeah.
It hits the spot, too, when you're, like, jonesing for a Coke.
And when it's still cold and it gets a little bit of that, like, frosty plastic glass, whatever, even if it's the glass, when you know it hits because that temperature change, it's just delish.
Yep.
But over pellet ice, out of, like, a Circle K for 79 cents,
sure,
those are hard to beat, too, but... I don't think you have to be judged based on You can just say Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Green tea, though, I need it to be in the can. Don't give me that bullshit missile-looking bottle. You know what I'm talking? Walgreens sell those for like $1.29, trying to get over on people. Chris?
Okay, so I'm on the last thing, the drink, right?
You only have drink left. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got chips and drink.
Okay, yeah, okay. I just have snack and chips left.
Okay, chips. I've been battling with this one because there's two, but I think I'm gonna go with what's just great in the car, and that's gonna be Pringles.
Okay, you're safe, Kip.
Pringles sour cream and onion chips, like it's easy to pass. Sure. I'm talking about get the fuck out of here.
I think it's harder because you have the tube and you have to be like. First, your hand doesn't fit, and then you have to shake it out. There's just an open bag.
The hand job.
Yeah, I probably didn't notice that.
She was like, "You got to shake out the Pringles." I agree with her, and she has small hands.
And my hand has trouble fitting. My hands are normal size. First of all,
just tilt the.
But then now you need two hands. Bag, you just put it next to you. Hand in, out. Eat.
But you can also But you can also do like funny things like. Put the two together and make like a duck mouth and all that good stuff. Okay. It's like bugles where you used to put them on your fingers.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The bugle thing was awesome, but the fact, your argument for Pringles, the only thing that you've got going for you is that it's resealable. I think is one great thing about it. But the chips are so big, they're fragile when you put your hand down in there. And if you do the slide out, it can come out like a bottle where you can't see it and it rushes you. And you end up losing some Pringles on the side. I'm with Eve. I think the bag is just easier for hand manipulation. But you're not lying. They're delicious.
Sour cream and onions are good.
Yeah. I feel like my chips are going to be a little too niche, and that may blow it for me. But then you did that. So I know I got that going for me. Mine's going to be a growing up staple, and I'm going to go chip. No, I'm going to go chip last. For my snack, I'm going sunflower seeds.
I thought you were going to do
When
that. I mean, beef
earlier,
jerky. Yeah, you got to go.
I love sunflower seeds. And for those that also, grew up smoking cigarettes at a young age, it's a great fix for the hand-mouth little thing that people have, like where you're like, oh, well, I just smoked cigarettes. So why don't I just pop a few seeds back, throw them in my jaw, let it get a little salty, crack them. It kind of passes the time as you listen to a podcast like ours or a song or something of that nature. That's my thought on my snack. And then my chip, I'm between two. And seeing as y'all have already picked y'all's, I'm going to go Zapp's Cajun Crawl Tater. It's a southern chip. Not everyone is going to be able to relate. And some people are going to be like, oh, Voodoo's better. Those people are fucking wrong.
Voodoo's not better.
No, it's not. That's just a hodgepodge of vinegary-based flavors.
Yeah.
The Cajun Crawl Tater is almost like a dry seasoning beyond any other chip. Like, it's just coated in red shit. Your fingers don't look as bad as like a hot Cheeto, which I'm sure people are going to yell at us for not having that on the board. But I have to go with it. And I was debating Funyuns, but I was like, I don't know. That's such a you either love them or you hate them, So I went with the Zaps because that's more regional. And
I was going to go with Ruffles cheddar and sour cream.
I have that on my short list too.
Because those are delicious.
Or I almost said Cool Ranch Doritos. You can't forget about Doritos.
Yeah.
Oh,
I almost did Doritos.
Doritos Blue would have. Oh.
Yeah, Cool Ranch.
God,
you didn't do it.
God, I would have won the draft right there. All right, my snack was obviously sunflower seeds, so I may have lost it on the back half after going really strong.
Are you going OG sunflower seeds, or you can go?
I think you got to go David's sunflower seeds. And now everybody has a flavor, but I mean, I just like Basic Betty. But if someone has like a dill. I'm not mad about it, but they've gone so wild and crazy with their flavors in recent years to appeal to like younger people.
The ranch ones are not good.
And the taco flavor I saw recently, and everybody's got a flaming hot. I can't believe no one picked Doritos, but I'll take my Zaps. I stand on my Cajun Hill, and then I take David's sunflower seeds. Spitz used to be good, but they've lost their fastball in recent years. I feel like they've done less seasoning. And they're just trying to get away with just roasting the sunflower seeds. GMO bastards. What do you have left? Drink? Mm-hmm. What are you thinking here? This could make or break your... I mean, you zigged when the world was you could have won it right there with
just because every gas station, not everyone has like a Slurpee or an icy machine, then I'm just going to go with the go-to beverage of 23 different flavors, and that's Dr. Pepper.
That's fair.
It pairs great with sunflower seeds.
It pairs great with everything. It's got 23 flavors. It accentuates anything that's already in your mouth, or if there's nothing there, it's a fucking party. Dr. Pepper, you're on our short list of people to contact for sponsorship. We grew up with it. I swear to God. We drank like 50 of them a day. And they had like cigarette ashes in them sometimes. We'd be like, oh, my mom used this as an ashtray. Yeah. I mean.
That really could ruin your day if you picked up one of those cans.
I mean, it was just all in you sitting by the pool or anything. I mean, Dr. Peppers were prevalent in every situation. So great call on that one. You closed strong after a very interesting third round. I can't believe you went Pringles. And I can't believe we all forgot Doritos.
I didn't forget. I was just like, I'm going to go with barbecue. That's all. I thought about it.
Sorry, I forgot. My apologies.
Yeah.
So you're going to end this draft here, Eve. What do you have left? Snack? Mm-hmm. What are you thinking?
So I'm going with the angle of I'm tired. I just need something to keep me awake. I got to eat something.
You're about to eat those yellow jackets from behind the counter next to the penis pills?
What are the yellow
Two
jackets?
ways?
Oh,
and
those
speedy
energy
pills that truckers buy.
No.
Before they go out there, lot lizards.
No, it's a food. So I'm going to say a drumstick, like ice cream.
Oh.
I thought she was going to go like Bubblicious gum or like Big League Chew.
Yeah, the ice cream's fickle because the melty on the hand and the napkin. And what do you do with whatever you don't finish?
I almost did a sandwich, but just the cone is a little easier to hold. And also, I don't know, I'm not waiting to eat it.
You drop that in your car and you're fucked.
Or you drip it on the knuckles and you're going through napkins quick. It gets messy if you get a drip on the bottom pinky.
Do you have a glove compartment full of napkins? You store?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I have them in the middle console.
Yeah. I'm eating it fairly quickly. And again, I've been driving a while, so I don't think it's like middle of the day. This is like, fuck, I have 3 more hours till I get home. I'm fucking tired.
Like a drumstick.
But what if you're...
That's what I do. I just eat ice cream.
If you get melty ice cream fingers and you reach for that visor of CDs...
It keeps me awake, so I'm like, I gotta eat this. And I gotta concentrate. And then I focus.
You're alert for like 7 minutes.
I'm not eating it for like 10 minutes. I'm like... probably already eating it on the way to the car, to be honest.
That's fair. That's okay.
I'm fucking
it's kind of in the icy camp of you got to attack it first. Like you can't like let it sit to the side.
Yeah.
You know. But at the same time, they are delicious, and that's just a good summertime snack. Even if you're not driving somewhere, you could be just going to Sloan's Lake and grab a drumstick before. That's a good call. That's pretty much today's wrap. Did we miss anything? I mean, I guess we can cover it tomorrow. Oh, honorable mentions. Who did we miss? Blue Doritos. Combos, which Chef AJ recommended.
Combos are good.
The pepperoni pizza. They're a little hard on the teeth. But
I just like the cheese ones.
Just classico.
Yeah.
They look like
cheese.
dog food.
They do have
like
the
dog food treats that look exactly like those.
Well, I think the dog food treats look more like combos.
Well, I guess chicken or the egg.
But... what else? I had purple Skittles was on my short list.
Skittles are good. M&M's.
That's it.
Or trail mix or something.
I was wondering about the Chex Mix Bold being my
yeah.
snack, the black label that has a little more pizzazz. But in the end, I feel like I go for sunflower seeds more and more than I do anything else. So I had to stay true to myself and give y'all a chance.
Dan, we should have thrown like a road trip game in there.
I feel like they're a little limited, though.
No?
Like, what do you get? There's only like 3, like the license plate game, punch buggy.
Oh, what was that game that Eve came up with on...
I didn't come up with it.
Oh, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and you say the same word, or we try to get on the same word.
It was sort of fun, but Kip was slow as fuck.
I don't think that's a real game, Eve.
It is a real game. Or would you rather? Usually, that's what I play on.
I feel like it's always been we played alphabet games growing up, so you'd like reiterate what the previous things were like.
We did Mad Libs.
Okay.
Because you could pick those up at gas stations.
That's not a bad call.
Or what was it? Like on like school trips or something, like field trips, you'd play that game MASH or whatever. Can't remember what it was.
We played it like in the classroom, but I know what game we're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know this one.
Oh, we should play it.
Road trip? We got to go to Oklahoma
we
City.
can just play it here. We can play MASH and see if you remember it.
Is it like the show?
MASH, and then to start, like, wouldn't somebody like start drawing a circle, and then that's when you
Did y'all ever play Snaps?
What's that?
There was like a code word where you used snaps to like identify letters that were vowels, and then every other word, the beginning letter would preface what word you're trying to spell, and so you would like trick people trying to get them to guess what your word is by using other codes.
No, that sounds terrible. Also terrible.
That sounds
for you
hard to follow.
As a child who's
if
dyslexic.
you could follow her like made up category game or
Which
something.
was not made up, but also very simple. I'd be like 1, 2, 3, and then you'd be like blue. You'd like wait a whole fucking minute. I don't know so hard about the game, Kip.
I don't know why you're bullying me, Eve. The fuck? Just because I'm not smart. I was great at the game.
Saying a word after 3 isn't hard.
Why didn't you say the word I was saying?
That was
because I said the word first.
Well, you
like we weren't even synced.
You should have said potato when I said potato.
You want to play right now? I'll make you fucking play it right now.
Well, that's it for this week's episode. Shout out to our sponsors. As always, don't forget to use Happy 4th for your Pine Melon groceries this week. You get $75 in free groceries. And if you are looking for an accountant to handle your tax season, it's the first day of July, which means for those that operate on the financial calendar, it's time to start focusing. Shout out to Seed Money Consulting and our friends over at Bird Call for making sure Chris's drunken meals slapped. Until tomorrow, stay high, stay hungry.
Pringles.
Happy 4th.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's actually only the 3rd, Eve, or the 2nd when people hear this.
I know, but I'm preparing.
You better have a good sign off on Thursday.